I ended up in a domestic violence situation. This was the third shelter that I came to, and I had very negative experiences as both the other ones. I ended up here specifically at 4 o'clock in the morning one night because I had no place to go. They kind of asked me a little bit about my domestic violence background. They asked me things like, where have you been living? Are you currently employed? My sexual orientation. Nobody said a word about it. I kind of anticipated that might come up at some point, but it never seemed to be an issue for anyone. I mean, it just didn't seem to cross anybody's mind.
No, they didn't ask me about my sexual orientation. I was actually glad that they didn't, because most folks will ask you about your sexual orientation and really act funny towards you because who the person you are.
Everyone has a right to be here. It doesn't matter what you believe. If you don't agree with their beliefs or their thinking, their way of life, that's not important. Everyone has the right to be here.
Our services are not dependent on their skin color. We don't ask for sexual orientation. We don't even ask for their gender, to be honest.
We try to keep it as low barrier as possible.
When you come into the Salvation Army, the only concern is, what is your needs?
The other places that I had went to, I don't think it was welcoming like the Salvation Army. There's plenty of help for somebody that's gay, like me.
Come here, spend some time here, see how we provide services, listen and learn from our staff, talk to our clients. They will tell you that we do not discriminate based on sexual orientation, gender identity. It's just, we don't do it.
It makes me feel a little sad and kind of confused as to why that sort of myth or rumor is being put out there like that.
There's no agenda with the Salvation Army. They're just out here to help people.
We're a ministry and our doors are open to anybody that's in need of help. And if we specialized or discriminated against any one population, we would not be who we say we are.
Everybody in here is a child of God, regardless. There are no stepchildren here.
I could never ever imagine the Salvation Army turning away anyone for any reason, no matter who they are, no matter what they've done, ever. Okay, my name is Richard K. Full, and I am the Assistant Resident Manager at the Denver Adult Rehabilitation Center. So I've been talking to Trent Magnuson, who was at that point the intake coordinator, and had been emailing him back and forth. And I was a little concerned because I had heard that I was going to get the gay prayed out of me, or I was going to be treated badly, or anything like that. I had heard some bad things. And he assured me. And I said, you know, I've been knocked off my horse. I have been through the ringer. I've tried to kill myself. There's not much more I can do. I need to know that I'm going into a loving environment. He assured me that he was. Of all the jobs I've ever had, it's the most important job I've ever had. And I love it. Everyone, my coworkers are kind to me. They are supportive of me. No one ever makes fun of me or calls me names. They always, you know, are very, I hate to say protective, because I think they would be that way with anyone. It's just the way everyone is. They're just loving. The Salvation Army is, I would say that Christ works through the Salvation Army to love everyone. That's all I could say. Is that I've gotten to know a fuller love that I could only have known through Christ, and because a bunch of unselfish people gathered together and decided they were going to be the Salvation Army, reached out, took me as I was, didn't judge me, didn't treat me badly, didn't make fun of me, didn't call me horrible names, didn't tell me I wasn't worthy of Christ's love. I was finally worthy. And I have people that love me. I mean, I don't feel alone. I'm not afraid and I'm not alone. And that for me is a huge, change in my life, because it was that feeling of being alone and that big hole in my heart that now I don't have that. That's full.